Hello, my lovely souls. It's Sonya here. Welcome to another edition of the Fresh Approach Fitness, a wellness company's podcast series. We are officially at podcast 124, although it doesn't collectively say that because there's been bonus episodes, but I'm trying to get us all back on track with the numbers. And welcome. You're going to love today. Today's episode is called DeRailed. So I want you to sit back, get comfortable, grab your cup of coffee, and just enjoy today's conversation. It is a replica of my life right now. So this is more of a personal entry versus a professional entry. But let's go there for a second. Our personal lives and our professional lives are intertwined, right? It's not one or the other. If you have a bad day at work, 9 times out of 10, that's coming home. If you have a fight with your partner, that's going to impact your emotional health, your physical health, your spiritual well-being. All of this is connected. So it's been brought to my attention that when people see me, they're only seeing the positive sides of me, and that I don't share what I've gone through. I believe that I do through the different modalities. So correct me if I'm wrong, but today's episode, I'm throwing it all out there, and you're going to see why I am calling it DeRailed. All right, so we are October 17th, 2022, and life's been weird. I thought the last couple years was weird. I thought going through 2 divorces, one who was a narcissist, one that had severe mental health, that the family was no longer safe. And I picked myself up twice with 3 kids. Why did I say 2 kids? Okay, time for a sip of coffee. Hang on. Okay, like literally I'm sitting here in my Coach Ease chair, not the, where my clients come and sit, with my feet up on a little yoga cushion, so to speak. It's like a footstool, but it's fabric. And I've got a cup of coffee that says New York in my hands, and I will be sipping this as I chat with you today and unfold where I'm at in my life. But DeRailed is exactly how I'm feeling. When I think of that word, I'm thinking heaviness. I'm thinking a little bit lost, a little bit confused, and a lot of uncertainty. Yeah, a lot of uncertainty, but yet at the same time, I feel clear. Clear when I wake up each day that I'm being guided to do exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm in the exact same place and the right time, and I'm speaking to the right people. So that's what I mean by clarity, but confused is why the chaos. I guess I'm confused in the chaos, to be perfectly honest. So, DeRailed. We are in the middle of October 2022, as I just mentioned, and it's been at least 6 months. So my best month ever was in March this year, March of 2022. And I'm being totally honest here. It was in March of 2022. It was my best financial month ever. I went 3 months dry after that. Since then, I've been planting seeds, reaching out to clients, reaching out to companies, doing whatever it takes to make myself known so I can bring in the right book of business to keep the business sustained. So you see, originally when I quit my part-time job in April, it didn't make sense to bring my grandson to work with me. And so I quit my part-time job. I was overwhelmed. I got sick. I wasn't getting support from my external family. So my mom was guilting me. Hands up if your mom, at 49, if your mom ever guilts you, right? Because your life looks different than their life. Yeah, I know I just hit a heartstring with each and every single one of you listening to this. And it doesn't matter how old you are, you're still their kids. So I've been trying to find the right synergies with the right people so I can sustain my business. Because when I quit my part-time job, I vowed I would do whatever it takes. So for those that are new or listening to this, I have 35 years of corporate experience in sales and marketing. I've always been in and out of the corporate world. Okay, so in and out, both. I've worked remotely. I've managed a staffing agency. I am really good with people. And then now you add the fact that I'm an NLP life coach, and that's only a huge value to bring to the table. Okay, but I've been in business for over 13 years. So I'm just painting you a nice little picture. I've always been in sales, but each sales job has led to me being laid off, me being downsized, me being involved in a corporate buyout. Even when I thought this would be my forever job and I would make my business weave around this, they laid me and 5 other people off at once. And here's the thing, whenever I've been laid off, I've been caught in a mix of layoffs. It's never, ever, ever been solo. Interesting, right? So let's go back to my story this year. So I vowed I would sell my rental property if I needed to in order to support myself. I own a house. People are living there right now. They're paying for the mortgage, which is great. So I vowed I would sell that house if I needed to. That house, I went up on the market. I felt bad. I was putting the family out. I know the rental markets and the housing markets are tough right now. And according to the time and effort we put the house up there for, it didn't land into place, which means after 2 or 3 days, 2 or 3 weeks, there were no inquiries, no conversations, no connections. And at that point, I didn't find it was fair to the family. So I pulled it off the market. I'm letting the family stay there because they're a great family. So, but that was my plan. And have you ever heard the saying, if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plan? Yeah, friends. Okay. So that was the plan. That didn't work out. So now it's been a good 6 solid months that I've been focusing 100% on my business. Like I said, the right synergy so I can have sustainable clients. And that means making some changes, rolling out some courses, rolling out some different workshops, connecting with workplace wellness. Well, I have about 2 more weeks in my financial bank in order to make magic happen. And I'm not saying that it's not possible. I'm just letting y'all know. Y'all, how's that for American dialect? From a Canadian girl, it just came out. I'm letting you all know that I put a time limit on. And within that time limit, I have also sent out resumes. So I'm telling the universe that I am willing to risk it all for my business. But I have a deadline, right? The universe doesn't care about my deadline. They say, and it is said over and over and over again for those that are saying, who are they anyways? You can find it anywhere. You can always move the date, but never change the goal. I'm not changing my goal. I'm expanding the date. But think about what I said to the universe. I am willing to do whatever it takes. Please help me with the right synergies, the right connections, put the right people in my path. And financially, I have the resources for another 2 weeks. So I started putting resumes out there. Well, I've got maybe 1,000 resumes out there and not one job offer. Yet. I'm going to say yet because I sent out 75 other resumes over the weekend. And, now there's a fine line between being desperate and being grateful. Now there's a fine line for needing and wanting because I'm getting to that cusp. So imagine how I'm feeling. And I know there's a lot of you that can relate to this, whether you're implementing a different strategy, a different job, a different relationship, you can relate to my story. And my point is here, I've also started sending out resumes, and this is important because now I'm telling the universe a couple of things. Yes, I want my business to flourish. Yes, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make it flourish, including selling my house, including getting a full-time or a part-time or a contract or some sort of employment by somebody else while I continue to do this. Okay? These are the messages that I'm sending. I'm doing whatever it takes. I've even brainstormed, hear me out. So this is how creative I got. I even brainstormed that I could clean houses for $25 an hour, which means my time is still my time and I can still control my schedule. Didn't seem like a bad idea. I thought about getting my smart serve so I can waitress so I can bring in quick cash as well. Right? Because those jobs are not expecting me to stay long term. I would love a job that puts me on long term. Absolutely, for sure. Especially one that is into growth and loves my business and supports my ideas. One that offers me growth. Oh my gosh, there's my magic wand. And you have that magic wand in you as well, whatever it might be. It could be the way you're looking at your body, and perhaps your journey, mine was about employment and financial risks and being derailed in that area, but yours could be about weight loss. Yours could be about a relationship with somebody not going the way you want. You're going back and forth. You're trying new things. It's the same qualities of patience, trusting in the process, and remaining calm. Because with everything that you do, there's a lesson. It's either meant for you or there's a lesson. And that lesson is going to redirect you to where you need to be. So there is no right wrong at all. There is no right wrong. So that's one area of my life. I'm feeling derailed. And I'm being honest. So maybe you were thinking about working with me. Now's the time. Reach out. I'll let you know what my deals are. Maybe you've got a corporate business or you're working for a company and they believe in workplace wellness. Hello. I'm here to support you. Did you know I've created courses? It's just, here's the thing. My vibration has grown and changed so much over the last 6 months that I am no longer attracting the people I attracted in the past. So pre-2020, when COVID first started, I was teaching at a fitness studio that I owned, and it was all about personal training and HIIT style classes. So high intensity interval training. I was upwards to 23 a week. From that to nothing overnight. To writing books, to doing podcasts, to doing more life coaching and workplace wellness and public speaking events over the last couple of years. Wow. I needed to stop for a second and put all of that in perspective. What I'm going through right now feels heavy, but it's a hiccup. Because look what I'm meant for. Look what I've created. I've also helped to raise my grandson. My daughters have flourished into lovely versions of themselves. That's a success right there. Me being able to take my dad on his appointments, which I haven't gotten to yet. Okay, so let's go there. Okay, so there's my business enterprise. Then there's the family dynamics, and I just started to share with you how they're starting to grow and flourish. My children, my grandson, and even our lives are starting to flourish. There's a hiccup right now, which I'm trying to work my way through because, of course, with every level comes a new devil. Keep that in mind. With every level comes a new devil. So I am being tested in multiple different areas right now. How well can I communicate with my partner? How well can I express what I'm truly looking for with the potential employer? What is possible? This is going on. This is true. But what is possible? What else is true? What else is true? And what is the best that can happen? These are some powerful questions that you want to be asking yourself because there's so much that you have done already in your life. So much that you are so capable of that you haven't even tried yet. So me sharing one area of life, my vulnerability, is huge, right? But I'm just like you, going through the struggles. And my struggles are real. Your struggles are real. Just because I put a smile on my face every day when I go online on social media, that's naturally who I am. So imagine for somebody that runs in a very high vibration, what it's like when they get knocked down a couple of pegs. They feel out of their realm, right? They're highly competitive. So this is you, or you wouldn't be listening to this. So don't wish you were that person. You are that person. You're light. Your value to the world, your creativity, your imagination. These are the gifts that you bring to the world, no matter the modality that it comes through at. For me, it's inspiring other people. I know this is what I'm meant to be doing. I know I'm meant to be having these candid conversations with all of you and turning that into a working relationship, turning that into a friendship, turning that into something so much bigger because you get it. All right, my friends, my time is up because I am on a meeting. Oh, no, I've got 7 more minutes. There we go. 7 more minutes. Okay, so let's bring you up to speed. I do have a meeting right after this, so I have to be tight. So it's another conundrum. Something's not going on with my email newsletters, so if you're not getting them, let me know or just be patient. Send me a quick email. Sonya, SONYA, JANISSE @gmail.com. Put in podcast number 124 and just mention that you're not getting emails or you want to be added to the email list or to verify your email. So I'm fixing that today. But what I have not shared to all of you is that My dad was diagnosed with cancer in September, and I've been keeping this to myself. I've been keeping this away from the public, but it's time for support. So not only is it important for me to bring in some revenue, it's super important for me to bring it in on my terms, because I need the time to take my dad to his appointments. I need the time to feel through these weeks and months and days that lie ahead. I can't do that working for somebody else as easily unless they completely understand. Megan still needs my support with Hudson. I'm feeling like I need support right now from my partner. And I'm going to throw this out there because he owns it, so I'm not putting him down. But my partner is emotionally unavailable. And we're working through that right now. We're going to see what we can do. But of all peaks right now, I need this. I need somebody who is emotionally available. Or I need to somehow talk and share these feelings with him and still feel safe doing so. Right? So, because I'm feeling derailed right now. I'm feeling like I am being tested. I am feeling like this is the new level of my life, so I am facing the new devil. Because the future version of me, she doesn't have these worries. The future version of me has all of her dreams and wishes come true. Are you ready to hear them? I'm going to say an affirmation first, and I'd like you to write this down. And then I'm going to share all of my wishes come true. So remember, I only put on here what I did not yet already have. Okay? So, all of my wishes come true. This is the prayer, affirmation, whatever you want to call it. I give thanks that everything I dream of and more is now a reality. I feel warm gratitude, bubbling excitement, and deep faith throughout my mind and body. I nurture all of my dreams knowing that by doing so, I am tending to the garden of my wishes. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that soulful? All right, so here's what I've done. And ironically, I actually wrote this exercise out before I found that affirmation. And I've taped them both to my desk so I can read them several times out loud every day. So here, all of my wishes come true. And pretend your pen is a magic wand when you are writing it down. Paid public speaking events, more dancing, nights out, lots of invitations to meet new people and to have fun. A full calendar with paid clients, a 3-month waiting list for people to work with me, an opportunity to travel, go on holidays, have vacation, and explore more. Personal alone time, space in my calendar, time with my family and friends, and my business generating $10,000 in monthly income so I can continue to serve the clients that need me and retain employees. That just warms my heart. I can't say this without feeling the energy and the vibration that comes with it. So I shared with you that there's the financial stressors going on in my life, that there are some major family stressors going on in my life, the risk of losing my father at 76. There's also an issue right now that we're trying to work through about my emotional needs at the moment in my relationship. These are big. This does not talk about the fact that we've had family move in members, family members move out, that we're trying to adapt to our youngest son being in New Jersey playing football, that we're trying to adapt to the 31-year-old who moved back home, that we're trying to adapt through doing spontaneous meals for holidays. I guess they're not spontaneous, but for 13 plus people, and the day-to-day. I am just like you. So we are in this journey together. And I have put together some amazing tools and resources, starting with the book, Your Story Matters, comes with a course. My quarterly planner comes with a course. You're going to want to look into this. You can find all of this on my link tree or send me an email. Actually, it's all on my brand new website. I forgot. I've done this too. freshapproachfitness.com. You're going to love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, my friends, thank you for chiming in. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing your love and for your ongoing support. Do me a solid. If you like this, if you've liked any of them, I'm going to ask for a couple things. Could you please do a review on your favorite listening platform and tag me or send it to me through my email? Because more people need to hear about these messages. More people need to know that life isn't always easy. And more people need to know that there are affordable resources available to them with people that get it. A coach that has walked the walk, right? So give me an email, sonyajanisse@gmail.com. Find my website, freshapproachfitness.com, and then take a look at my link tree. Take a look at my link tree, and then at the very end, if you could like, comment, share, follow this post and all of my podcasts, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That will be a big help to me. Thank you so much. I'm sending you so much love. Have a great day.